let Stanley at bat. Stanley Lanchop lived with his mother, his father, and his little brother Arthur. Stanley was 4 feet tall, about a foot wide, and half an inch thick. He had been flat ever since a bulletin board fell on him. Sometimes being flat was a bit tricky. When he turned sideways, Stanley was hard to spot. When the good gust of wind could sweep Stanley off his feet, but he never let his flatness get his way. "I'm trying out for baseball," Stanley told Arthur one day. Arthur helped Stanley practice. Stanley hit 1,000 pitches. He got 1,000 fly balls. Stanley's hard work showed a triumph. "Congratulations," said Coach Bart. "You're a new center fielder." Opening day was bright and breezy. The team ran onto the field. "There's Stanley," cried Arthur. Mr. Lanchop snapped a picture. Mrs. Lanchop cheered. "Hooray for the other players too," she added proudly. Stanley was the first batter. He swept up to home plate, turned sideways, and pulled back his bat. The pitcher scorned at Stanley. "This guy is so skitty," he said. "I can hardly see where to throw." He threw a pitch. "Ball 1," said the umpire. Another pitch. "Ball 2," said the umpire. 2 more balls, and Stanley on the walk. "Good job," called Coach Bart. Stanley's team played well. By the 9th inning, they led 6-5. The other team had one last chance. Their best hitter came to bat and blasted the ball toward the fence. Just then, the breeze picked up Stanley, ran, and leaped into the wind. Whoosh! Off floated Stanley. Plonk went the ball into his glove. "Great play," Arthur called. Not everyone agreed. "No fair," yelled someone in the crowd. "Are flat players even allowed?" Stanley felt crushed. That night, Stanley talked to Arthur. "I am a good player," he said, and not just because I'm flat, but how can I prove it?" "I think I know a way," Arthur said. The day of the second game was bright and breezy again, but something was different. "Stanley," gasped Mrs. Lanchop. Her son was not flat. He was bursting out of his uniform. Mrs. Lanchop gasped again. "My nice clean laundry!" A sock stuck out of Stanley's collar. A purple Philly blouse tail for his pant leg. "That's my favorite one," Mrs. Lanchop said. There's no worry about the clothes. The batter smacked the ball over Stanley's head. Stanley ran and leaped into the wind, but this time Stanley didn't float up. The ball didn't land in his glove. It sailed right over the fence. Soon it was Stanley's turn to bat. The pitcher had no trouble seeing to where to pitch now. "Strike 1," said the umpire. "Strike 2, strike 3. In the bleachers, Arthur gulped. Had he made a terrible mistake helping Stanley unflatten himself? The last inning rolled around. The game was tied. But Stanley came to bat again. He heard Arthur's voice in the crowd. "Come on, Stanley, you can do it." The pitcher threw the ball, and Stanley smashed it. The ball flew into the outfield. Back it went bounced the wall. The right fielder ran to pick up. Meanwhile, Stanley was around the bases. First base, second base, third base. Stanley was headed home, but so was the ball. "Stanley slide!" shouted Coach Bart. Stanley's heart raced. If Stanley was still flat, he would slide easily under the catcher's glove. But now, Stanley stretched out of his arm and dove into home plate. There was a sort of dark and stalks, and the umpire spread his arms. "Safe," he called. "Woohoo!" Arthur hollered. Mr. and Mrs. Lanchop clapped so hard their hands hurt. Not fair, yelled someone in the crowd. Look at the muscles on that kid. Are players that big and allowed? Stanley grinned. Not so many stocks next time. Mr. Lanchop called down to Stanley. Mrs. Lanchop looked at Arthur. And no blouses.